Throughout my career, I heard this so many times. A technician telling me that part has already been replaced, so it can't be the problem. Well, in this video I'll show you why you cannot always make that assumption. One of our DDTSB customers, Europenga from Slovenia, received a Sprinter after another workshop already had replaced a lot of parts. But still the van would occasionally go into limp mode. And every time that happened, the same two faults returned: supply voltage 2 and accelerator pedal module. The other shop already replaced the accelerator pedal module and the oil level sensor. So at first glance you might think that both of those components could be ruled out. But that would be a huge mistake. When Euro checked the 5-volt reference for the sensors with a multimeter, it didn't look good, but it didn't look too bad either. It was a little low and fluctuating, but it was very close to what it was supposed to be. It wasn't until he hooked up an oscilloscope that he could clearly see that something was disturbing that 5-volt reference. We can already learn a very important lesson from this. A multimeter shows you an average voltage that sometimes can look kind of okay. But an oscilloscope can reveal short voltage spikes or dropouts or other disturbances that a multimeter cannot show you. It's simply not fast enough. When you're dealing with a 5-volt reference problem, don't ask yourself, do I have 5 volts or something close to 5 volts? Ask, is that 5-volt reference actually stable? In the next step, Euro started unplugging all the sensors that were connected to that 5-volt reference one by one. And when he unplugged the oil level sensor, the 5-volt reference returned to normal. So the problem was within the oil level sensor. But here's the strange thing, that had already been replaced with a brand new aftermarket unit. So Euro decided to order a new one. Again, aftermarket, but this time from another brand. But exactly the same problem. It wasn't until he fitted an original Mercedes-Benz part that the problem disappeared. The 5-volt reference stayed stable, the vehicle operated normally, and the fault codes didn't return. So how can an oil level sensor create fault codes on other components like the accelerator pedal module? Well, when you look at a wiring diagram, it's not always obvious that a lot of components share the same 5-volt reference. In some cases, this is shared internally in the engine control module, so it doesn't show up in a wiring diagram. In this case, the oil level sensor shared its 5-volt reference internally in the engine computer with other sensors like the accelerator pedal position sensor. So that means that if one of those sensors connected to that circuit creates a problem on that 5-volt reference, it creates a problem for all those sensors connected to the same circuit. Without a proper 5-volt power feed and a proper ground, a sensor won't produce a proper signal. We see this fault quite often on our help desk, and our statistic shows that it's a pretty common problem on Mercedes-Benz. So we created a bulletin to warn workshops about that exact same fault, because you can imagine if you rule out parts that have already been replaced and you keep replacing parts on this Mercedes-Benz, this can be a very expensive mistake. In fact, this fault is so common that while I was recording this video, I was contacted by a customer with the exact same symptoms. He had fault codes on various sensors after replacing his oil level sensor. That vehicle is in the workshop right now, so let's have a look. So here it is. This vehicle just came into the workshop with the exact same problem we've just talked about. So this gives us a perfect opportunity to take a look at the fault on a real vehicle. This particular vehicle is diesel, and it all started when the car developed a fault code for the pressure differential sensor. The customer decided to replace the sensor, and since he wasn't sure if the oil level sensor was always giving him the right values, he also decided to replace this one with an aftermarket unit. But after that, he only got more and more codes and started replacing more and more sensors. When we look underneath the vehicle, we can indeed see that they have replaced the pressure differential sensor for the DPF. Right there, that is a new one, and there's another one right there, but that one hasn't been renewed. Now, when we take a look at the oil pan in the front of the vehicle, we can see they have replaced the oil level sensor with a brandless unit. I hooked up the multimeter to the 5-volt power feed of that DPF pressure sensor. Now remember, that sensor needs a clean 5-volt power feed in order to generate the right signals. Right now, the 5-volt power feed looks like this. It's only 4.5 volts and it is fluctuating. Now remember that inside the computer, all these 5 volts are shared between multiple sensors. So that means that a bunch of sensors don't get the correct power feed, and this might set fault codes, or the sensors might produce the wrong value. Let's see what happens to that 5-volt power feed when I disconnect the oil level sensor. So disconnecting it right now it's disconnected, and we're very close to 5 volts again, and you can see that the voltage is steady again. Luckily, the customer kept hold of the original oil level sensor, so right now I hooked that up. I disconnected the aftermarket unit, and right now with the original sensor we have got a steady 5-volt power feed. Right now I reconnected the aftermarket sensor again and I hooked up an oscilloscope. Now let's look at that power feed and let's see what changes when I disconnect that connector. With the aftermarket sensor installed, I couldn't clear the fault codes. They would come right back. Right now, I hooked up the original sensor, I cleared the fault codes, and there are no fault codes stored. This doesn't mean that the sensor is reading the values correct, but it does mean that the original sensor doesn't interfere with our 5-volt reference. So the next time you're diagnosing a 5-volt reference fault, keep in mind to check the 5-volt reference with an oscilloscope, and keep in mind that one component can affect the entire circuit. That means that the component that's causing the issues might have nothing to do with the component mentioned in the fault codes. So the next time somebody tells you it can't be that sensor because it has already been replaced, you might want to check it anyway. Lesson learned: Mercedes-Benz and aftermarket oil level sensors don't always match. Now, if you don't want to make the same costly mistakes and you want access to this bulletin and thousands like it, then go to diagnosedan.com, select DDTSB, and on that page select Buy Now to see our prices and subscriptions. And remember, Diagnose Dan, with a little help of DDTSB, fixed it again. See you next time, guys.